Right. So 3a, we're taking 3x plus 6 and multiplying it times x squared plus 5x plus 2. So what I would like to do is I like to create a box. And this is called the box method. Okay. And so since we have 3x plus 7, I'm going to write here 3x and then plus 7. Okay. And then since this side has 3 terms, 1, 2, and 3 terms, that's why I made 3 boxes going this way. One for the x squared, another one for the positive 5x or plus 5x, and then another one for the plus 2. Okay, so then we start multiplying. So we have 3x times x squared. That's going to give you 3x to the third power. Okay. And then we are going to take 7 and multiply it times x squared, and that gives us 7x squared. And then we take the 3x and multiply it times the 5x, and that gives us a positive 15x squared. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and multiply the next one. So we do 7 times 5x is 35x. And then we take the next one. Here we have 2. Oops. Here we have 2, and we're multiplying it times the 3x. So 2 times 3 gives us 6x. Okay. And then last in the last box, you take the 7 and multiply it times the 2, and 7 times 2 gives you 14. Okay. So now that we multiplied everything, we just write it out. So here we have the 3x to the third power. So I write 3x cubed. And then we have the 7 plus the 15. That's going to give us 22x squared. Okay. Then we have this 35 and the 6. We're going to add those two together also. And that gives us 41. And then we have x. And then last at the very end, we have this 14 that doesn't have anything to combine with. So it's just going to stay as plus 14. And that's it. That would be your final answer. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and try 3b just because it is, it has a negative, so it might be a little bit different than that problem. So I make a box again. And so here we have x plus 7. Okay. And then on this side, we have 3x and a negative 5. Okay. So then we start multiplying them. So we have x times 3x gives us 3x squared. And then we're going to take 7 and multiply times 3x, and that gives us 21x. And then we have x times negative 5, and that's going to give us negative 5x. And then the last box, we multiply 7 times 5, or negative 5, and that gives us negative 35. Okay, so then once you finish multiplying everything out, you go ahead and write it down. So you have 3x squared. And then here we have to combine the negative 5 and the 21, okay, because they're like terms. So 21 minus 5 is going to give us, I believe, 16. So that's how many x's you have is 16 x's. And then at the very end is a negative 35, and it doesn't have anything to combine with. So that's all you do. And then for the last one, 3c, I'll go ahead and leave this one for you, but let me just help you set it up first. So since it says 4x minus 2 squared, that means the same thing as 4x minus 2 times 4x minus 2. Okay, so go ahead and multiply that one out, and then we'll see what you get from there. And then this problem on here, you need to start when you're subtracting two polynomials. You need to distribute the minus to each one, okay, because you're going to subtract every single one of these. So I'm going to rewrite the first part. It's 5x cubed plus x squared plus 5x minus 2. And then I'm going to start distributing the minus. So this is going to end up turning into minus 8x cubed. And then here, when you subtract a negative 4, that's going to turn into a positive 4x squared. And then you distribute the minus to the positive x. So negative and a positive gives us a negative x. And then last, we're going to distribute the minus sign to the negative 7. So negative and a negative is going to give you a positive. So then from there, you're ready to combine like terms. So here we have 5x to the third power and then negative 8x to the third power. So I believe you got this part correct. Gives you negative 3x cubed. And then we have x squared and a positive 4x squared. So together that gives us a positive 5x squared. And then next we have a positive 5x and a negative x. That gives me a positive 4x because 5 minus 1 gives you 4. And then last we have this negative 2 and we're going to add it to a 7. So negative 2 plus 7 gives us a positive 5. And that would be your final answer.